And we're going to be looking forward into Global's future, very near future, because we're looking at the Thanksgiving banners. It took me a second to get that out, but yeah, Thanksgiving banners. So I think everyone's aware that it's Boo and Gotenks that came out in April, I believe, for JP. Gotta love how far these are behind. The rest of them, they're usually okay, but this is just a huge gap in time. So, sorry, excuse me, but I feel like the units here, whoever is kind of placed here, kind of age out a bit faster. And with the power group we've had this year, the banners have aged very poorly, in my opinion. Right, we'll look at them though. We'll look at them. So let's start with Boo. I'll talk about all of the units individually too. I, because of how low budget I am, I can't. I was going to just record on my laptop and then we could look at the units individually and stuff, but I can't do that because I just can't. I'm sorry. No recording app is working for me on my laptop that I own, and I suck at video editing basically. So if anyone's a video editor and would like to work with me, let me know. Let me know. Anyway, let's look at these banners. Starting with Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Okay. Before ZZA, he was like the worst Dokkan Fest exclusive. He was terrible. Like the worst. Easily the worst. After EZA, he can hit like insane numbers. Like I'm pretty sure he can hit like 3 mil, like really easy. Like 3, 4, probably even 5 mil, very easily. But he still lowers his own defense. It's less than it used to be, but he still does it, which for me just weakens him immensely. It kind of it holds him back from being like incredible. And I was with Truth originally here when he was like, "Oh yeah, they probably won't get too big of a buff like to their passives because look at how high their stats are." And I was like, "Yeah." When I seen Super Saiyan, I agreed. I was like, I asking him to remove the defense thing would be whatever. But then Kid Buu and Super 17 came out, and I was like, fuck that, never mind. Yeah, never mind, because they're both gods. They're like both incredibly good. Well, Broly's not. Broly I wouldn't even put in the top 10 EZAs, I don't think. I'll do tier lists. I will. They'll all come at the end of the year though. Just when I know there's no more units coming out. But yeah. There they are. That's Broly. So if you pull him, I'd probably say that's an L. Also because of the limited teams he's on. He's on 2 teams. Pure Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3. Come on, man. You're never going to run him. Like on Super Saiyan 3, I suppose he could get a spot, but it's kind of like with heroes and stuff, we're going to get so many better Super Saiyan 3 units. So it's kind of just, he's not going to have a place there. And there's just not a chance he's on Pure Saiyans. Like, you're going to run him there because there's so many better options than him. Like, so many. Anyway. Super Boo. Transforming STR Super Boo. There he is. The man catches a lot of slack from basically everyone. It's mainly justified. With the link level update, he's a lot better. He definitely is. And on the exchange boost team, who we'll talk about in a bit, he's really good. Well, he's not really good, but he's definitely like solid. Like you can run him and he won't be a complete liability. I think his attack stat's going to be somewhere between 2 and 3 million if you get Buhan. And he'll have like 200k-ish defense, I think. It's also with like, Rainbow and stuff. But I think he's around that level. Which means he's not bad. But he's also like not good either. I would say he's still an L. Unless like you can't run transformation boost. Unless you don't have cooler. Right? You really want to run transformation boost, then I guess it's a W. But other than that, I would say no. Also, all of this is gotten from DBZ space, so just so you all know, you can see, I took screenshots. It's sad. It's really sad how small my budget is. Anyway, it's fine. Metal Cooler's next. Metal Cooler came out, like, I believe 2 years ago. So, has he aged? Yeah, defensively he's aged. And even the way his attack works, it's also aged. His attack is aged. Like, eventually, once you get it fully built up, then yeah, he can hit really hard. But the method of getting it is just, it's very time consuming. So I wouldn't call him amazing. He lowers attack and defense, you know. He has the giant mode. He's fine. If you don't have him, then I guess it's a W. I guess. Just about, really. He's good for, like, Wicked Bloodline, because he's the only actual leader for it. Like, proper leader. You can run Cooler. And, like, the whole Wicked Bloodline team is on Cooler's leader skill. So you can just do that, really. But, you know, his leader skill's good. Like, 170 across the board to Wicked Bloodline. Like, can't go wrong there. Next. Super Saiyan Broly from the Broly movie. He is... Defensively, he's aged. Offensively, he's still pretty decent. Definitely not, like, bad. His leader skill's still great. He's just been on a lot of banners at this point. He's, you know, he comes back quite a bit. I wouldn't put him in, like, the top 10 TURs. I don't think I'd even put him in the top 15. If you don't have him, he's definitely a W, right? If you don't have him. But seeing him, and you probably already have dupes in him, I would say it's a bit of an L, seeing him again. Because it's not great. Obviously, if you need him for, like, World Tournament, which is just gone by the time I'm recording this, only about a day or so, then, yeah, he's, like, excellent for that. But, you know. Next, we have last year's Thanksgiving unit in Zamasu. Zamasu is still pretty good. He's not amazing. Again, he's not in, like, the top 10 TURs or anything. But, like, he's still pretty good. Definitely. I'm not going to go slandering him too hard. His 40% damage reduction is okay. It's not bad when he's tanking supers, I find. He tanks supers pretty well, like in SBR and LGE. He doesn't get, like, completely obliterated. But he does take a lot on normals. Like, a lot. So, yeah. He also still have one of the best leader skills in the game. Like, that's a fact. His leader skill is still excellent to this day. But, yeah. He hasn't been back too many times on Global. I'm trying to think how many times he's come back. He came out in his initial banner. He was there for 5 years. I think he came back one other time. But I think this is his third return, right? This is his third time back, or fourth time on Global. So, he's not too bad. He's definitely... I wouldn't call him an L. I think it's probably a W. Especially if you don't have him. If you do, then yeah, maybe. But, yeah, not too bad. Next is Majin Vegeta. Super Saiyan 2 Majin Vegeta. He's amazing. He's, like, actually one of my favorite units of the game. And I probably would put him in the top 10 TURs. I really, really like him. I do have him with one dupe. He's incredible. I love having super effective against all types and guard. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. He's very good. I love him a lot. And he was just on the 350 million download celebration banners. He was, like, just there. Or the worldwide celebration. You guys know what I mean. He was, like, just there. So, yeah. I'm not sure if you could, like, you guys probably pulled him, like, 100 times from those 300 million downloads. Worldwide celebration banners. You probably pulled him a bunch. So you probably have him with dupes. So he's probably not the most exciting unit. But trust me, he's excellent. He's definitely a W. Exchange Boo. Okay. I've seen he's been causing a lot of controversy amongst the Dokkan community. On YouTube, on Reddit, on Twitter. I've seen it all. I have. He's... How would I say? He's not bad. He's not trash. Alright, let's have it right. He's not trash. But he's also, like, not amazing. I think he's kind of just fine. Like, when he came out with Gotenks, I think they were good. I thought they were pretty good. I didn't think they were, like, either of them were in the running for best TUR at the time. But they were both really good. they definitely make the top 10 list, I think, at that point. But with the power creep after them, it's just been downhill for them since. Because they've aged already. Like with Gohan and Cooler and who else? Gohan, Cooler, Frieza, sorry, and Gogeta. Yeah, they've aged. they've aged Boo and Gotenks, who came out in April for JP already. Boo is, I think Truth said it well. He's basically just merged Zamasu. He's basically just Zamos from 2 years ago, or was it 2 years ago? Last year. Sorry, last year. My mind's all over the place. Apologies, but yeah, like Zamasu from last year. He's basically the same in his base, and then he goes into Skinny Boo, who is kind of mid. He's, he gives himself 2 keys, 150% attack. He's got a medium chance to dodge. He guarantees seals. He's a chance to stun. I think it's 40%. This is all off the top of my head, by the way. So if I get any of it wrong, apologies. But I'm pretty sure that's correct. And you can fact check on the Dokkan Wiki. So if I am wrong. But I think that's correct. Anyway. So he's fine like that. He does a 40% damage reduction, of course. And the difference between... And here's a bit of one of my own hot takes, right? Merged Zamasu is better than Exchange Boo until he goes Super Boo. That's kind of my hot take. Because the difference I find with Boo, from what I found with Boo to like Zamasu, at least when Zamasu goes into like Zamasu, like merged Zamasu, he gains big bad bosses, which means his offense and his defense is a lot better. Because then Zamasu can be like at 80k defense for 40% damage reduction, even 100k with support. And then that's when 40% damage reduction is actually okay. Like, you can deal with it then. He's good defensively. Boo doesn't have big bad bosses, even when he goes Super Boo. Now, Super Boo just is insane. Super Boo's crazy. Like, stacking attack and defense for 3 turns. Greatly stacking attack and defense for 3 turns. And having higher damage reduction, 50%. They crit with rainbow orbs. And he's just 220% attack instead of turn. It's all very crazy. It makes him very, very good. The problem I find is, one, you have to wait like at minimum 6 turns, sometimes 7. So for long events, yeah, you'll see Super Boo and it'll be great and woohoo, happy days. But you're not always going to see him. Like in Super Battle Mode, you probably won't see him. If you're free to play, like me, well, mainly I dabble a little bit now and then. I haven't spent any insane money, if anyone's wondering. I spent like, I don't know, €8 maybe on this game. Something like that. But yeah, if you're like, relatively light spender, just free to play, you, even in Extreme Super Battle Mode and like Category Super Battle, you'll probably make 7 turns. 6 to 7 turns. You'll probably just get to the fight, might just be ending at that point. But obviously if you got like a rainbow box, like max links and stuff, you're just going to burn through like SPR in like 3 turns or something. So yeah, then you won't see him. But yeah, as Super Boo, he's a god. Obviously the Boo's got a huge like link boost, like Majin, infinite regeneration, metamorphosis, stuff like that. So Boo can be really good. He can be. It's just until he gets to Super Boo, he's pretty mid in my opinion. I just don't think he's that good. Except for his leader skill, of course. His leader skill is like insane. One of the best leader skills in the game. Artificial life forms, Majin power. Yeah, crazy leader skill. Crazy. But yeah. Boo's banner is, in my opinion, not great. There's not a load of quality here. Like, Boo, I think, is good. Vegeta, I think, is still really good. And Zamasu, I still think, is pretty good. Broly, I think, is on the border of being good or aged. And then the other 3 are aged. Even Broly with his Easy A, I think, is aged. Like, I just don't think he's any good. Anyway, let's look at Gotenks' banner. Love it. Okay, so Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is the first one we're going to look at. And he easy ate quite a while ago. I don't think he's that good, in my opinion. I don't find myself ever using him. I own him. I never find myself using him. I just think he's kind of meh. So I'd probably say he's an L. The physical one isn't great right now, but he is due an Easy A soon. There's 120% leaders are all getting Easy A's. So he'll get one in the next few months, and then he's going to be, like, I imagine, a god. Although I know he still has, like, the negative connotations in his kit, and they don't often remove it, so he might get the Super Saiyan 3 Broly treatment, unfortunately. But for now, I wouldn't call him an L. We'll see what his Easy A does whenever it comes out. And then you can decide yourself if pulling him then back when he comes out here is an L or not. Gogeta. Blue Gogeta. Blue Gogeta is still pretty great, other than his low attack stat. Like, his attack stat's actually pretty low. That's why they kind of had to balance it, because Blue Gogeta gets, like, guaranteed crits and stuff, and massively raises attack for 3 turns, I think. So, yeah, they kind of had to balance it with a low attack stat. But he's still pretty good. No, he's good. Has he aged? I think his defense has aged. Like, the 50% chance to dodge is really nice, but I still think he's probably aged. Probably. At least a bit. He's not bad. He's not bad, but he's aged a bit. Tech Trunks came out with Zamasu. I love Tech Trunks. I have a 90%. He's amazing. He's great, fantastic. He's got a pretty good leader skill. I think Zamasu's is better. But yeah, Trunks is still really good. I wouldn't call him an L. He's really good for free-to-play players. One, because he's a stacker, and that's always good. That, and his leader skills, like super class 120 in Future Cycle, like 170 attack and HP in defense 130, I think. Again, you guys can all fact check me if I'm wrong. But yeah, he's not an L. He's a dub. Unless you, like, have him rainbowed or something. Like, mine's like 90%. So it's not the biggest deal for me, other than I can just stick the rainbow star on him. Piccolo. Dokkan vs Piccolo. He's so good. he's really, really good. His offense isn't amazing, but he's still really good, because he does everything. Like, damage reduction, healing, foreseeing super attacks, building up crit chance. He's physical, so even at 55%, he can additional. Yeah, Piccolo's great. It's just, it's lack of being able to get him to transform. It's kind of the issue here. But yeah, he's really good. Piccolo's definitely a W, I would say. He's on, like, Battle of Wits and stuff, and Final Trump, I'm pretty sure. So he's on some good teams as well. You're gonna have him floating just for seeing super attacks while stacking. Yeah, very good. I probably will do a run with Piccolo on, like, Final Trump or something. Just cause, basically. Anyway, let's have a look. Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku. I have him as well. 55%, not, like Vegeta, who has one dupe. I find him pretty good. He's not, like, incredible. I find, but I still think he's really good. You see, with what Vegeta has the heat that this Goku doesn't, is that Vegeta has, like, a perfect linking partner, an STR Easy A Majin Vegeta, who they share every link except for Shattering Limit and Fierce Battle respectively. They share every other link. Problem with this Goku is that his partner isn't, or the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Goku has the exact same name, because they're both Super Saiyan 2 Goku Angel. So he can't link up with himself practically and have, like, a perfect linking partner and stuff. It's not ideal for him. But again, a good thing for him is that he doesn't change from, like, extreme to super, or super to extreme, sorry, like my Vegeta does, which can cause some issues on some certain team builds, so you have to be careful with team building. But with Goku, you don't have that issue, so it's fine, I suppose. He's all good. But yeah, I don't like the way Goku's built as much as I like the way Vegeta's built, because Vegeta has the higher attack, the higher his HP is, while Goku has the higher attack, the lower his HP is, and the defense is the reverse of that, obviously enough. But yeah, I think Goku's really good, and I definitely think he's a dub. But again, when he came out with Vegeta, Do you think he's out this time? I think it will be the second time he's back, and I'm sure loads of people pulled him on the 300 million download celebration banners. Worldwide celebration. I keep saying 300 million. Apologies. But yeah, last news, Gotenks. Gotenks is like really good. Okay? His leader skill sucks. His leader skill is just terrible, right? Terrible. But what Gotenks has, one of the things Gotenks has over Boo is one, he has defense. He's 100% defense, which I think I just prefer over 40% damage reduction is 100% defense. Personally, I prefer to just have that than damage reduction. Unless your damage reduction is like really high, like, you know, Tech Golden Frieza, Super 17, who builds it up. You see, if Boo built up his like damage reduction like Super 17 does, then we wouldn't have this problem. Like, we wouldn't have it. People would be like, oh, Exchange Boo is incredible. But yeah, not the case. Anyway, we're talking about Gotenks. Something else that he does have over Exchange Boo is that on his super attack effect, he doesn't just greatly raise attack for one turn until he gets like Super Boo. He greatly raises defense for one turn, which is just way better. It's way better. It means Gotenks can be defensively sound the whole time until he gets to Super Saiyan 3. The Gotenks can kind of hold out until getting the Super Saiyan 3 more so than Boo can. Sorry. With Boo, you're trying to get the Super Boo as soon as you can because, again, I think Evil Boo's kind of mid. I think he's pretty mid. Well, Super Saiyan Gotenks is a god, okay? Because he gets the guaranteed 100% attack and defense. And remember, on Super Attack, still greatly raising defense for one turn, and he gets a 70% chance to stun? Like, yeah, okay. Plus, I also think Golden Furnace has a better link set for the teams he's on. Because, you know, Boo will work well with Boos, but if he's not with a Boo, then he's not linking that well. Anyway, I'll stop. Yeah, so, and then Gotenks has, like, all these procs. Like, he's got 50% chance to get 50% defense, and another 50% chance to get 50% defense. Same with attack. So, Gotenks can be, like, crazy good offensively and defensively, depending on how it procs. But even if you don't get any of them, like, you get, like, extremely unlucky, he's still going to be good. He's still going to be fine defensively because he greatly raises defense on Super. So he's still going to be fine. And he still gets at least 100% attack and defense serve turn. So he's not going to be bad, basically. And then when you get to Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, he's a god. Like, he's got 70% chance to do an additionally greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns. I think he gets, what is it 200% attack on Super or something? 150% or something? He gets like an absurd attack buff. It's like on Super. So that's why he hits so hard. But yeah. Gotenks and Boo. Crazy good. I think Super Boo is probably better than Gotenks. I think Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Just because Gotenks kind of only gets that insane burst for like 4 turns. While Super Boo is just the same. Continuously. So I'd probably say Super Boo is better than Gotenks. But Gotenks is overall the better unit than Boo. That just my opinion. Let's not kill anyone over it. But yeah. So there's my banner review. Actually, let me just quickly say what I want to on Gotenks' banner. The 2 Gotenks are probably 2 L's, but again, physical Gotenks, easy A, maybe. Gogeta's kind of on the fence. Trunks, I think, is a W. Piccolo, I would say, is a W. Goku, I'd say, is a W, and Gotenks is obviously a W. Now, do I see any changes? No, I really don't. Unless you know, Global want to do something crazy and really get a summoning, I don't. It's hard to see, really, because these banners aren't really good. Like, we're gonna get tickets, there's gonna be discounts, so I'm not gonna say don't summon because there's a lot of value there, right? But the value we're actually getting for those tickets isn't actually that high. So, do I think they'll change anything? Probably not. I mean, I was thinking maybe they could put the Super Saiyan 4s here, but they were also just here. And then all the units they could potentially put on just came with that, like, Halloween banner, whatever that is, right? Like, with Blue Kaioken and 13, Cooler, Bardock. Yeah, they were also now just here. Not that I don't think many people summoned on it, but yeah. overall, when I say summon, I'd say do the discounts and maybe enough to do like a ticket multi, and then stop. Then stop and save, because we've seen what's coming, right? Frieza's banner is like way better quality than either of these banners, way better, like easily. It's a better banner. It won't have discounts or tickets, but it's a better banner because if you actually pull a featured unit, they're like god tier. Like Cooler's there, and Cooler and Frieza, Beerus, like it's kind of insane. You know, and then we have the LR Blue Boys who are coming, and their banner's not like super crazy, but they're crazy because they're an LR, and like the Go Bros are there and stuff like that. Obviously, we'll have the Tanabata banner. LR Jiren's banner is coming. I'm not sure if too many people are going to summon for LR Jiren, especially because it's a legendary summon banner. I don't know. We know Gogeta's coming. Gogeta's going to be wild. Like, Gogeta's banner isn't incredible, but Gogeta himself is a god. So maybe you want to summon for that. And then there's Heroes, who's also just around the corner, and they're going to be insane, I think. So overall, there are my thoughts on the banners. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think they're going to be like, is it worth it? I think, again, discounts and a ticket multi and that's it, and you're done. Unless you really want them. Hey, if you really need Boo, like maybe for Extreme Tech, go for it. You really want Gotenks just because it's your favorite character, go for it. He's also helping like Extreme Int, SPR. Or, Super Int Extreme SPR. But, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, I will talk to you guys later.